This video is sponsored by Wing Technology, your ultimate flight sim hardware solution.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. For today's valued viewer request, we have from H2O Buffalo 0823. Love your vids. How about a comparison of guns from the jets specifically for accuracy? I think the F5E nose gun seems to be a bit more accurate than the Su-27. What do you gents think? I think that's a great question from a great guy. Something I've always wondered about but never really had the impetus to go and check, so it's time to go and check. The planes involved, I'm not going to go through every single plane because it's going to take hours, so we're just going through the main types of gun. A-10C2 with a 30mm Gatling gun known as the GAU-8 Avenger. Harrier with a gun pod carrying GAU-12 25mm Gatling gun. F-15C using the obligatory M61 20mm Gatling gun. F-16C, same gun, and I thought I would put the two jets in with the same gun to see if it makes a difference, and we'll talk about that in a minute. F-5E, 2 times 20mm autocannons. The Mirage, 2 times DEFA 30mm autocannons. The MiG-19, I think that's 2 times 30mm autocannons as well. The Su-27 is 1 times GSH 30mm, I think you call them rotor cannons, 1 barrel feeders, I'm not exactly sure how it works. The Su-25T, we've had argument about it. We think it's going to be 2 times GSH 23s in there. If anyone could confirm that, that would be handy. It says differently on Wikipedia. We're 99% sure Wikipedia is wrong. We've got the JF-17 Thunder. Again, we think it's 2 times GSH 23s, but let us know if you know differently, please. So you've got a good array of guns there. As far as we're concerned in DCS, we believe there's 3 things that are going to change our accuracy with the gun. 1, the natural deviation of the bullet from the barrel, you know, how accurate the barrel and the bullet are. 2, the induced movement of the gun on the airframe when it's firing. So when you fire an M61 with an F-15, the whole gun moves around a bit. So each bullet that comes out, the gun's in a slightly different firing position. And that's because however hard you strap that to the frame of the aircraft, there's always going to be a bit of movement there. Things are going to bend and twist and vibrate a bit. It's just a fact of life when you're dealing with big forces. Same problem with the F-16, probably even more of a problem I'd suspect as it's a smaller airframe. And the third inaccuracy would be movement of the airframe caused by the recoil. So for instance, a GAU-8 puts so much lead out that the recoil force will actually buck that A-10 around, mainly in terms of pitch, but possibly also in terms of left to right movement a bit. We're going to simulate the first 2. In this test, we're going to simulate the ballistic accuracy, the gun mount accuracy, but we won't be testing the recoil accuracy, because that's going to be really hard, maybe even impossible to do. And the way we do it is real simple. We're going to fly down onto a target range vertically down, or very nearly vertically down. At exactly 3000 MSL, we will pause the game, we will fire the gun, and then we'll go measure the bullet dispersion. Very simple, very accurate test. As you can see, our MSL at the bottom of the screen from the game engine is 3029 feet. I think that's going to be accurate enough. And go. That's very satisfying. So you can see that although the cockpit is vibrating, the actual aircraft is not moving at all, hence we're not measuring those recoil forces. You can see I've got my yardstick. Each M113 hull is 2.6886 meters wide. So I'm going to yardstick that as total spread of 3.5 M113s. 3.5 M113s. AB-8B Harrier. Shut up. GAU-12, exactly 3,000 feet. I couldn't do that if I wanted to. And fire! God, that sounds terrible. Done. To measure it in the old British method of APC widths, we've got, I'd say, total dispersion of 1.5 APCs. F-15C, M61 Gatling gun, Vulcan Gatling gun, 3,035 feet, gets on. And that sounded good. It didn't make any bullet holes. Where are the bullet holes? Where are the bullet holes? What happened there? Okay, valid viewers, I'm going to save you a lot of time. We've done some research in the background. We found out that anything that 20mm or below in terms of gun caliber is not modelled in terms of leaving a bullet hole. We tried with various guns on various maps on various surfaces, so you've got to be above 20mm for the bullet hit to register. So, don't worry, we found a way around this. It's a really hard way, but it's the best we're going to do. I've lined up next to our yardstick, or as best I can, at 3,000 feet, it's the best I can do, and we're going to eye it. We'll do what we in England call winging it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just over 4, I reckon. Keep going. Yup. I reckon we got all the way up to 4 there. Yes, that's a crap way of doing it, but what do you want me to do? I admit it's got a little bit unscientific, viewers, but it's the best I can do. 2,988 feet in the Viper. Already, look at that spread, boys. 2, 3. All the way out to there. All the way out there. And the maximum was there. Boys are saying 3.7. I'm going to go 3.6. I think that's pretty similar. F5E twin 20mm autocannons. 3,003 feet. We're going to have to do it the same way for the same reason, so get ready. Wow, all the way over there? That's inaccurate. There to there. There to there. Yeah, the biggest I saw was there. Mark it, that little pebble, to there. That's some serious inaccuracy. So, 1 M113, 2 M113, 3 M113, 4 M113, 5 M113, 5.1 I'm going to say. These twin 30mm on this MiG-19 should, in theory, if my tests are correct, make holes in the ground. So, big old guns. That is an accurate cannon. Wowza, look at that. 2.1 M113s. Mirage, 2,993 feet, twin Defer 30 mics, and guess what? Wow, I saw loads of spread there. I think I have actually felt the airframe buck. Hey, valued viewers, I've run out of M113s, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.7. 5.7 M113s with a lot of yaw dispersion. How interesting. Jeff 17 with the twin 23s, to be pretty sure. Booyah! Oh, you have to do it in bursts. Wow, it's already out of ammo. What the heck? That is a good spread. That is 1.85 M113s. SU-25 Tango. We're still arguing in the stream whether it's a 23 or a 30mm. I'm just going to let them argue. And get on. Really good spread there. I would say that's 1.5. I'm going to go 1.5 M113s. SU-27. 3,012 feet. We're pretty sure a GSH-30 single-barreled autocannon. Oh, loads of ammo. Very nice. Very nice. Whoa, I would not want to be at the end of that cannon. You know, 1.5 M113s. Right, let's go look at the data. Welcome back to the data. So, dispersion. A10C2 at 3,000 feet. 3.5 M113s is 9.4 meters of dispersion, which is pretty bad. Bearing in mind that is meant to be an air-to-ground gun. Well, I thought that it'd want to be accurate for taking out tanks and stuff. It's just what it is. A big gun, a lot of recoil, is pretty inaccurate. AV-8B with the GAU 12 25mm Gatling gun, very tight, or much more tight. In fact, very tight. In fact, the tightest one here of 4.03 meters. Very accurate gun for shooting. F-15C with the M61, 10.74 meters, and the F-16 is 9.67, so we can you know, there's going to be some inaccuracy here, eyeing things up, amount of rounds sent, stuff like that. So we can be pretty sure those will be both about 10, I imagine, in reality. F5E was the second worst in terms of accuracy with the most dispersion at 14.24. I felt a lot of frame wiggle when firing that, so I'm guessing the gun was rattling side to side a bit, but I don't really know. That's just what I got. MiG-19P was a laser cannon with those 30 mils at 5.64 meters at 3,000 feet. The Mirage 2000C was the real son of a gun. The whole thing just swayed left and right, even on active pause. I mean, that's what's going to happen in the air, so that's what it is at 15.31 meters. Jeff was very accurate at just under 5 meters. The Su-25T, we're still arguing whether it was 23 or 30 mil, but it was amazingly laser cannon accurate at 4.03 meters. And the Su-27 with the GSH-30 autocannon, really powerful gun, and that is 4.03 meters, so hardly any dispersion on that. That's the figures. I've got really nothing to say about them because I don't know any of these guns in reality, whether they're accurate or not. And even if they're accurate or not, like I said, it depends on the mounting on the aircraft. It depends on how stable the aircraft is. So it's too much for me to analyze. But you guys, let me know what you think. The important thing is, you know now that if you're going to try and shoot a guy at 3,000 feet with an F5, expect, 15 meters, that is 45 feet dispersion. Mirage, expect 45 feet dispersion. Su-27, expect 12 feet dispersion. I hope that was useful, and see you later.